Morning. Morning, Anthony. Morning, Adrienne. Nice to see you. Hope you're all well. Hope you can hear me well. Just let me know if you can hear me well, so I don't speak to myself. There's possibly a delay in the live chat box, so I don't see immediately whatever you type in there. Thanks, Anthony. Thank you, Tanya. Morning, Ruthie. All right, I'm going to wait for another minute or two. Saturday morning, not sure that everyone is up. And if one is up here in South Africa, maybe they're out and about using the time to get a bit of air. Morning, Ambrish. I'm going to wait another 30 seconds or so, and then I'm going to start. Okay. All right. I'm going to start. Whoever is here is here. Morning, Lynn. Morning, Liesel. All right. Great to have you here. So I'm going to start. Okay. So we've been practicing Anapanasati. Anapanasati means observation of the breath as it goes in and as it comes out. As it goes in, as it comes out. And we observe the breath as it is in every moment, from moment to moment. We don't try to change it. We don't try to manipulate it. We don't try to control it in any ways. It's the moment as it is. And when we start observing our breath as it is, which is a phenomena of matter, because we're made of mind and matter. We're observing mind and matter in this technique. When we start observing our mind and our matter, and we observe our breath has a direct link to what happens in our mind, because everything that happens in our mind manifests also in our breath. So any thought, any experience that we have on a physical level, biochemical level, which our mind recognizes, also translate into our breath. So our breath is a very important tool so we understand what happens within us. So on the apparent level, we always think, if we are ignorant to the truth, on the apparent level, we always think that we react to whatever circumstances that we're in, whatever happens outside of us. We always think that we react to it. But when you start observing your own truth through your own breath, and this is your truth, you start realizing that, you know what, you're not really reacting to what happens outside. You react to what happens inside. And you start realizing that nothing is really permanent. Start realizing that there's no need to get attached to any particular experience, because whatever the experience is, it's impermanent. Whatever the feeling that we have is impermanent. We always, whatever happens in our mind, whatever we experience through our senses, always translates into a biochemical sensation and a change and the manifestation on our breath. And we start seeing it. So we start realizing that what we always believed, which was the apparent truth, is really the truth is not exactly as it appears to be. I mean, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself, it seems like you're a solid person. But if you start observing the truth as it is, and in time you're gonna start working also with sensations if you move in this path, and you're gonna start realizing that this person that is standing in front of the mirror, which is you, is not exactly what you appear to be. You see yourself as yourself. However, in a blink of an eye, if you close your eyes, in that moment, millions of cells, they have died, and millions of cells are born. Millions of changes happens within you. You are not the same person from moment to moment, not on the matter, not on the material, not in the matter. You're changing all the time. So this perception of who we are appears to be that it's not exactly what we think we are. And every time that we react with an emotion that pertains, most of the time, it pertains to what we think that we are. We have an ego. And every time that we react with fear, it's about what's going to happen to us, the ego. Anger, how is anyone doing this to me, the ego. Jealousy, why is he having better and more than me, my ego. So ego is always on the top. First comes sensation and realization of the mind, which is based on the truth, which is really not the truth. It's just your apparent truth. And then comes all the reactions on top of it. So when you work with your breath, and later on when you work with sensations, you have something to work with, something that is more than just an idea. It's your matter and your truth in every moment to moment. So it's very important that you keep on practicing, and that you keep on practicing daily, so you start seeing the truth for what it is and not for what you think it is or what you've been told it is. Your truth and your reaction, your behavior is always dependent on the way that you perceive your own truth. And the way you perceive the surroundings around you is dependent on the way you perceive your own truth. So this practice starts giving you the door, an opening to the truth below what appears to be. So in saying that, when you meditate, be mindful of that, and be mindful of the idea that the truth as it appears to be is not exactly the truth, the ultimate truth, the universal truth. All right, so we're going to practice Anapanasati. And in Anapanasati, we observe our breath right below our nostrils, over our upper lip. And we observe the breath as it is, as it comes in as it goes out. So close your eyes and relax your shoulders. Keep your back straight. Find like a balanced position for your back. Relax your face and close your eyes and bring your attention to the area below your nostrils, over your upper lip. The narrower the area, the sharper your mind becomes. And observe your breath as it goes in and as it comes out. As it goes in and as it goes out. And don't try to change it. Don't try to manipulate it. It's not a breathing exercise. It's just observation. You don't have to do anything else besides observing your breath. And observe your breath with the understanding that change is imminent, change is bound to come. And whatever experience that you have right now, like to it in any way, because whatever you experience, it's going to pass. And observe your breath objectively without any preference. Just be in the moment. And every time that you feel that your mind is drifting away, calmly, without any negativity, without any frustration, bring your attention back to your breath. And if you feel tired or drowsy, just take a couple of deeper, intentional breaths and then go back to observing your breath as it is. And you're going to see that also this moment will pass. Everything and anything that happens outside of the area below your nostrils, don't give importance to it. You may be aware of it, but don't give importance to it. You only give importance to your breath. And importance in the way that you observe it. And you're aware of your breath as it is and the change in your breath. Every time that you feel that your mind is drifting away, just bring it back to your breath. Right, we've meditated for about 20 minutes, maybe 21. You may continue meditate on your own. If you have any questions you want to ask me, you can use the live chat box. Any question about the technique, how to use it throughout the day. Be diligent, meditate daily, morning and evening, and you're going to see the benefit. Hi, Pat. Adrian, yes. Adrian, I have a question. Is the beginning of the meditation not so deep, so clear as in the last part of it? I feel a better concentration in the last part is normal. Adrian, everybody has a different experience. Of course, if you've been maybe busy before you sat down to meditate and there are many thoughts running through your head, then the beginning of the meditation is, it takes a few minutes to get into more focused, more sharper mind. So it's can be pretty normal. It really depends on your life, when you sit down, what you've done before, how fast every person is different, how fast they can concentrate and focus the mind. But whatever it is, don't really worry about it. You sit down, and whatever the experience is, you accept it, and you become calmer and quieter, and definitely you're gonna experience more focus and deeper understanding and deeper awareness. And also, this during a session can fluctuate. You go into a deep meditation, and then something comes up, and you lose a bit concentration. It's very normal. So whatever it is, without having any preference, don't have any preference, whether it's deep or whether it's shallow, whether you're in a deep state or whether you're struggling a bit, just accept it. And the mere acceptance of the moment is bringing change. It's bringing change in your attitude, in your objectivity to every area in your life. The, is it making sense, Adrian? You're welcome. Yeah, so just accept every moment. The more you practice, for all of you, the more we practice, the deeper our insight, deeper our wisdom, the calmer we become, the sharper we become, and the better our sessions become, and also our life as a consequence. So again, practice morning, practice evening. When you fall asleep at night, try and fall asleep with awareness of your breath. When you wake up in the morning, before you roll out of bed, try and have awareness of your breath, even if just for a couple of minutes. And it will help you to have continuous awareness and throughout the day, and just be more focused, sharper, make better decisions, less reactive. Cool. If you got no other questions, I'll be here for another minute. I'll wait because I know there's a delay sometimes. But if not, then yeah, I'm wishing you a great day. Be aware, be objective. And I'm going to be here tomorrow again, tomorrow at 9 o'clock South African time. and we'll keep on going for as long as there's interest and as long as we in lockdown. Level 4 is not very different than level 5 from what I see, except the 3 hours in the morning. So cool, great. I'm glad you've all joined me this morning. And tomorrow, Sunday, I hope to see you all. Have a lovely day and sending lots of love.